So Jordan Love, rough night. 3 interceptions last night, 5 interceptions in 2 primetime games. His opportunity. They were 2-1. Couple of primetime games, chance to show what he can do, and didn't do much relative to the expectation, relative to the standard that's been set in Green Bay. And now the Packers are 2-3. And the Raiders had not beaten the Packers since 1987. Now, they don't play very often.
Well, it's still
They've
funny.
played
It's crazy.
8 times since then. Lost 8 in a row since 87. Finally beat the Green Bay Packers. So that I didn't know going into the game. I didn't know until after the game was over. But the Packers, when you think about it, going back to 87, they meet in 91, 95, 99. I mean, what is that? That's all Rodgers and Favre years. And what have the Raiders been for the past 35 years?
Yeah.
Frankly.
Yeah,
not very good.
Not very good. I guess I would have, maybe in the Rich Gannon years or some of those, right? Like early 2000s, that's when the Raiders were good. But other than that, you're right. There's not much there. And let's see, around that time, that was Brett Favre and all of that. Well, we have the Brett Favre when his father passed away, right, out in Oakland, and he throws the 4 touchdown passes and has the magical night. But that was a little later than early 2000s, right? That was around 2004, 5, somewhere
That
in
was
there.
2003.
It was 3.
That was the year after the Raiders went to the Super Bowl.
Wow.
It was late in the year, and the
they
Raiders
started to
didn't
fall
follow
apart.
their Super Bowl season.
Right.
Yeah, so they didn't play them in 02 or 01.
Yep, so they got lucky
when John
there.
Gruden
Right.
was there. That was his last year, 2001.
Yeah.
They met in 90. They met in 93, 99, 2003, 2007, 2011, 2015, 2019, and now. And when you look at those years, none of those years were good Raiders years, and a lot of those years were good Packers years. 2011, that was an MVP Aaron Rodgers 15-1 season.
Good as I ever
the Packers
seen.
won 48-16
Right.
in Green Bay that year. I looked, too, at 87, the last time the Raiders won.
Strike season.
That was September 13. That was maybe the last week before the strike.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
the Raiders won that game. A shutout, 20-0 at Green Bay. That was the last time the Raiders beat the Packers before last night. So it's been a long time. Raiders been waiting a very long time to beat the Green Bay Packers, and they got it done. And it felt like it wasn't going to happen. It felt like it was, then it wasn't, then it did, then it didn't. And it came down to that last play. We showed that play at the top of the show. Christian Watson was open. That ball was late getting there.
Definitely late.
And
he had pressure,
Robertson made
right?
a hell of a play.
So
he made a hell of a play. He had pressure. He got flushed out of the pocket. Max Crosby, but he fired that ball. He got it off late. And great play. The catch was phenomenal. Almost squirted
Look
through.
at his vertical.
Look at the catch.
I know.
On the shoulder pad.
Right.
When I saw the replay, I thought, that's a hair from popping through, and Watson catches it.
Yeah. No, it was pretty remarkable play by Robertson. It really was. First off, I was impressed with his vertical because he mistimed his jump and jumped early. And it's like he got to the top but was like, oh, no, don't come down. And he floated in the air for a little bit. So that was incredible. Great job kind of locating the football. You don't always see that by DBs. And you're right, the catch, kind of hand trapping it on the shoulder, was big time there. So that was a phenomenal play. And like you said, the Raiders, don't expect their defense to be the star of the show. That was a big win for them last night. I don't think their team is as talented as Green Bay. That's the other reason it's a big win. But when you're Jordan Love and you throw 3 interceptions like that, and you're a team that's still finding its way, yeah, you lose to a game or lose it to a team that maybe is less talented than you on the road there. But yeah, I know people are gonna get on the maybe being late to Christian Watson. Here's the first interception. This was inexcusable. Defense did a great job and bailed them out and held the Raiders to a field goal when they got the ball inside the 10. But this is what's a little concerning with Jordan Love here.
There's
as
4 Raiders in the image.
I don't know what.
There's 4
exactly.
Raiders.
I don't know what he's looking at. There's questionable. Wait, why did you throw the ball that way? Right. Here's the other interception where it's not a horrible interception, right? It's tight. I understand that, but man, he's all over him like glue. He doesn't really back up. You got to be careful. It's a tight football game. It's Marcus Peters. You got to know that he's a pretty aggressive guy there. So, yeah, there's a little bad luck there too, but that's a questionable decision. So, yeah, it was 3 bad interceptions and some big moments. Now, they were driving the ball there on that second interception too and kind of getting close to fringe field goal territory. We've regressed with Jordan Love. The first week or two, it was positive vibes. Week 3, it was not like we talked about yesterday. It wasn't pretty, but he was clutch with the last 3 drives of the game. So we went, oh, okay, all right, hey, he's still finding his way. But week 4 was a disaster on Thursday night against the Lions. And then you thought, hey, maybe we'll get a bounce back because of the long week, right? You talked about that yesterday. And no, we didn't. And I think that's also what's disappointing about the Packers' performance. You had the long week. You know, I expected a few more tricks in the bag on the offensive side of the ball, a little bit more efficiency, I guess. And I expected Jordan Love to look better, and that was not the case.
And there were 3 interceptions. There could have been a 4th. Robert Spillane almost pulled off the Rod Martin.
Yeah,
anyone out there that remembers Super Bowl 15. Rod Martin, cover of Sports Illustrated, 3 interceptions against Ron Jaworski and the Eagles. There was another ball that was popped up, and Spillane had a shot at it.
Oh, yeah, he did.
But it wasn't to happen. But the other one was lucky his way. The other one was lucky the Packers' way. But that's not what you want to see. You don't want to see balls getting popped around. You want the ball delivered to open receivers. And again, Max Crosby had something to do with what happened last night, but still, that first interception, I don't understand what he was doing. The second one, like you said, that's too tight of a window to count on muscling the ball in. And the third one, Watson did the Randy Moss hand up in the air. Watson was open. He was past him. The ball gets delivered a little more quickly, and you're right, he had to get flushed out of the pocket. He wasn't set up. That did credit to the pass rush, but that's interception number 3 at a time when the Packers were still alive, and it felt like maybe they could drive down and win the game with a touchdown, 20-17, if that would have worked out. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.